YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here today on ESGNet as we're making our return back here to some Cardinals franchise here today. We're taking on the Mets, and of course the Cardinals just got done with sweeping the Pirates, and now we're trying to see if we can do the same thing against the Mets today as we're at Citi Field. Now, a little update on Matt Carpenter. If you remember from the last episode, Matt Carpenter had an injury and he is going to be out for quite some time. He's going to be out for anywhere from the next month or two of a torn calf muscle. So he is going to be out for a while. But hey, we got a good lead over right now over the division right now in the NL Central, as we have a 15-game lead over the Cubbies. As for the Mets right there, they're trying to stay up there with the Nationals. They have an 8.5 games back of the division. Here we are trying to get Adam Wainwright and see if we can get his 10th win here today, as his numbers are starting to kind of decrease in, well, pretty much in a lot of things there, with the exception of balls per 9 and Ks per 9. As for Jacob deGrom, who we'll be seeing on the field here today, and we'll be facing there 6 and 7 for him for the season, as he has over 100 innings worked so far this season, 110 strikeouts with an ERA at 3.49. So we'll see what Jacob deGrom can do, as his last start was actually against us right before the break in St. Louis, where he lost 8-3. And today he would like to get revenge on us in this matchup, as he had 8 innings of work, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, and 12 strikeouts. As we now get into action here and see, we go ahead and strike out the first batter there, as that's so far a good look here to Wainwright, as he's been really struggling here. I think we've had now, I think, 2 attempts now. We're going for a third attempt now, trying to get our 10th win. And there you see he strikes out Granderson, as that's out number 2 here in the inning. So far, 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts. And we'll see what Wainwright can do now, as he has another batter up the board here. And he's going to get Cespedes out there on that strikeout. So 3 up, 3 down there for Wainwright. Hey, looks like it might be a good day here for us and for the Cards, as we go now to, I believe, the bottom of the first, or go ahead and go to the top of the bottom of the fourth, and we'll see Neil Walker up to bat here. As so far at this point in the game here, Wainwright's been actually doing pretty good here. He's got quite a bit of ground balls, and I think he got a couple of the Mets in double plays here. So he's been getting them up and getting them out very quickly. And looks like he's having a little bit of trouble here in the fourth, as the lead off the guy Walker there gets on board. Now Walker now has a chance now to advance to second base here on this wild pitch, and that is now going to put him in a scoring position, as we are still no score here in this ball game. And Wainwright is looking a little shaky there, so we got to get him back up and going here. We got to have a solid 3 innings, solid inning like we did in the first 3 here. As Granderson up to bat here, full count for Granderson. Granderson cracks this one here high and deep over to right field. This one's back. This one's going up. Can we get to it? No, we cannot. And that's a 2-run dinger there for Granderson and the Mets, as they take a 2-run lead here in the bottom half of the fourth. And we got to rebound here quickly with Wainwright here. As like I said, we've been struggling trying to get his 10th win here for him, as it's not been a good time for him at all. Wainwright's last start, if I'm not mistaken, were against these same Mets there, where he did not get the start. He did get, I believe, a no decision in that one, and he had 6. He was in that game for 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned a walk, and 7 strikeouts. So looks like we might be getting him served up a L here today if we do not try to get back the lead here and try to at least tie this one back up. So we'll go to the 7th now. Randall Grichuk up here as we start off the top of the 7th, and we'll see what Grichuk can do, as he's on board and trying to get himself, as he's right now our go-to guy right now, who's been driving in home runs. He's second in the National League in home runs, I believe, somewhere around 25, 26 home runs, down by 2. And Grichuk, 2-2 count there. He swings and misses on that one, and he cannot get on board to start off the inning. So not what we want to see here in this situation, as we're getting deep in this one. and especially deGrom. Yeah, he's starting to fire up here and get ready and try to bring in that relieving pitcher here. If not already looking at maybe trying to get a complete game. Jed Jerkle here, of course, taking over the second base position. Hits this one out there to shallow center field. Granderson will get a hold of it, and that'll be a base hit there for Jerko. And that'll put Jerko on board now. We'll see Peralta now up to the bat next here. 1-2 count here for him, and he's going to drill this one over a shallow right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So 2 runners on board with 1 out, and we'll see if the Cards maybe have something going here for themselves. As we see Big City there, Matt Adams coming to the bat here, 0 for 2 day for him. This will be a great time now for him to get his bat rolling here, as he does have a kind of a minuscule hitting streak going on for himself here. We'll see if that will continue here, as we see him have an 0-2 count. This one's going to get down the line, and that is going to be a base hit, and that's going to put now runners on board on all 3 bases with the bases loaded. So Tommy Pham, here he is. He's been kind of quiet of late, 9 home runs, 26 RBIs for him. Bases are loaded here, 0-2 count for Pham, and we really need a big bat here from him, and he could be the man to do so, but no, he goes chasing on that change up there, outside and away, as that's going to retire him 2 away for the Cardinals. We're going now to see what Molina can do next here with bases loaded. And this one's a hot shot down the third base line. Nice snag there from the third baseman Flores. And that ends this one as the Cardinals leave the bases loaded here in this one. It's still a 2-0 ball game. So Jed Jerko now coming up to bat here. Last chance now for the Cards to get something going here for themselves. 1-2 count here for Jerko. Jerko is going to smash this one out to center field, but not enough to get this one out of the ballpark there, as Granderson does not really move too much there. It goes right to him for the first out of the inning. So now we'll see what Johnny Peralta can do up next here, as Peralta's 1 for 3 for the day. He singled back there in the 7th one. We had a rally going for ourselves now, so we're trying to see if we can get a 1-out rally now here in the top of the 9th. With Peralta up to bat, and Peralta, well, he's going to do the same thing as the first batter here in the inning. Just drills this one out to center field. That one's going to stay in the ballpark, as Granderson does not have to do too much work there. And that's now 2 away. So 1 out now here. 1 out remaining left for the Cardinals, as Matt Adams comes up to bat here. We need a big bat here from the big man here, as he's 1 for, I believe, 1 for 3 now here today. We'll see a 1-0 count from him, and we'll see the pitch. This one's going to be drilled out to left field, and the left fielder makes a nice basket catch, and that is how the game is going to end, as we lose the opening game here at Citi Field, and we lose this one 2-0. Such a heartbreaker, especially I thought really we had something going there for ourselves there in the 7th inning, but we just could not get the right pitches that we needed to try to drive home those runners there that were loaded on the base pass. And so Wainwright does not get his 10th win of the season. He does get his 6th loss of this year, so he'll hit the loss. deGrom now at 500 now with 7 games apiece. And there you see his numbers there, as we see Dexter Fowler there, 1 for 4. Also for Diaz, 1 for 4. At Matt Adams, 1 for 4. And Peralta also 1 for 4. And there you see Wainwright's numbers there. 2 runs, both of them earned. 9 strikeouts in the game. I thought, those first 3 innings, he was really just getting either striking guys out or getting guys in ground ball situations and double plays and stuff like that. But then, Granderson hit that 2-run home run, and that just kind of opened the floodgates there. And we couldn't do nothing much after that, as they just pretty much did a great job there defensively. They had a solid defense there. We couldn't really get nothing past them until the 7th inning, and then it just the door just kind of closed up after that, as deGrom, of course, will get the complete game there. As like I said, his 7th win of the season. So he gets 7-7 now for the season. And just take a look at the numbers there. Pretty good day there for New York. And we'll see how things go here, as we'll kind of flash forward here in a bit and see how we did in the rest of this series with the Mets. And we should be getting that to you here pretty soon here, as we continue to look at the numbers here But for the most part here, I've noticed that since Matt Carpenter has been out of the lineup as of late, we've been kind of struggling here. And we need that. We really miss having that power that we have in our lineup there. And of course, that power is going to have to come from Grischuk, also Jed Jerkel. He's surprisingly enough has stepped up, and also Matt Adams. But unfortunately, we do not win the second game of the series there, so we just end up losing this one. We end up scraping up 3 runs. Them in the second, and 1 run in the second and 2 runs in the fourth. But we end up giving runs up in the 8th, losing 4-3. But we do come back the next night, and we do avoid the sweep there as we win the third game 4-3. And so that's nice to see there, as we're now 71-23 now for the season. As for New York, 54-40. And you take a look at the numbers for both squads here. So we were able to do a good job there to avoid the sweep. Leak will get, of course, his 12th win of the season there. And, of course, Ho will get his 31st save of the season, as he is one of the top saves leaders in the National League. I believe in both, representing both leagues, really, with 30 or more saves for the season at this point. So let's take a look at there. We end up losing. Oh yeah, okay. So we end up losing. The series here. As I'm taking a look at my notes here, it was a four game series, and we ended up losing this one. Ooh, last game, 14-3 is your final score, as New York hit all 14 people in. Well, you take a look there, 14 runs, 14 hits, 1 error. As for us, 3 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error there, as Walker will get his 2nd loss of the season. He is 16-2, still by far our best guy on our pitching staff here this season. We do have to make some changes here. We end up calling up Luke Voigt, as we got to make some changes because of injuries, and we're going to have to try to get that dealt with, and going to move a couple of guys here within the organization from AA up to AAA, of course, from AAA to the majors here. But there you see, yeah, we lose the first 2 games of the series, win the third game, and then of course really do a horrible job there in the last game there in the series. But coming up, we'll have that. Actually, we'll cover all 3 games of that Cubbies game right there. We'll have the normal episode there with the Cubbies in game 1. We'll take on Brett Anderson, 7-9 there for the season, as we'll have Carlos Martinez on the hill there for us. And then the other 2 games will, of course, be your inside the game with the Cardinals, as it'll be just basically rough gameplay there. The guys in the game will be calling the game there for you guys, so check those out. It should be a fun series. This is definitely a series that I cannot skip over, and I definitely want to highlight as much as I possibly can here in this Cardinals series, because the Cubbies and Cardinals, as you know, they're bitter rivals. Good games there. And I'm sure we'll see some good games in all 3 of those, in that 3-game series there, that weekend, nice weekend series at that. So if you guys want more Cardinals baseball, click on that subscribe button to subscribe. Also hit that bell notification so you guys will be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel is uploaded to YouTube. Check us out on our socials on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. Check us out on our social media platforms, but also we do have a Patreon page, so check that out if you want to be a Patreon member. But as always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you guys here on ESGNet. As always, I'll see you guys next time.